Hi, tiny bird. So, gonna go on a big, long trip. Can you grab that?
Hello?
21-year-old Army Private Jim Stolpa is planning to drive to his grandmother's funeral in Idaho with his 20-year-old wife Jennifer and their baby Clayton.
Yeah, I miss her too.
I was quite driven to get to this funeral. I was a very family-oriented person, and the loss of any member of the family was hard on me.
Well, Kevin and me were thinking maybe you should just stay put for now. Well, it's nearly 1,000 miles, and the weather's going to get bad again.
Jim's mother and stepfather are already in Idaho and growing concerned about the weather.
Don't worry, Mom.
I was getting a little nervous because it was snowy, blizzardy, and I really did not want him traveling because it was bad all across the area.
Yes, of course, you're a great driver.
Jim's mom told us not to come.
No.
She's like, don't risk the weather, just stay there. She didn't want us to go for reasons that we didn't think were good enough to stay back, so we decided, nah, we're leaving anyways.
Poor Clay. He's gonna be stuck in this thing forever. What is it, like a 13-hour drive?
He'll sleep right through. Isn't that right, little boy? Are we good?
Severe blizzards are causing extensive road closures again today in California and Nevada.
Jim and Jennifer set off. They haven't made the 800-mile journey before, but reckon it'll take at least 12 hours. They head northeast from the San Francisco Bay towards Pocatello, Idaho. What they haven't bargained for are blizzards, which have already closed the main interstate highway, their most direct route.
They were telling us the roads would be closed until the next morning, and we certainly didn't want to wait a whole nother day. So we thought we'd try to get a map and maybe see if there was an alternate route. We're just pretty determined by then, you know, this is, like, we're gonna do it.
Thanks, sir. Have a good day now. And you?
Great.
Okay, so blizzard's right here. The I-80's closed.
Okay, let's go north and cut across east, which takes us onto the I-140 right here.
All the way to Pocatello.
We just thought, okay, here's where the roads are closed. This is the main part of the storm.
Here we go.
Let's take this road that goes way up and around it to try to just go. That's what we thought we were doing, was going around the storm. Little did we know it had already been through there and dumped a lot of snow on the ground.
We could see dark skies coming from the west. It was getting to be late, and there wasn't much traffic. At one point, the roads got a little snowy, and we were a little concerned, so we stopped at a service station, and this is where we had chains installed. We had planned to call and let my mother and stepfather and family know that we had taken this alternate route. We didn't have a cell phone, so we looked for a payphone.
Damn it. It's eating all my quarters.
We knew that my mother would be worried about us. So we were disappointed we couldn't call, but we were also relieved that we weren't adding to her grief at the moment.
After a while, there wasn't any snow anymore. The road was pretty clean and bare. But when you have chains on your car, you can't make up any time. You just have to go so slow.
I got out and I looked up and down the road and I didn't see snow on the road. I actually got down and felt it and it was dry. So we opted to take the chains off so we could make better time. You know, we were young, confident. We didn't know any better. We weren't experienced enough to know that things can get really bad really fast.
There was snow back on the road by this time. It was like getting pretty bad.
But we didn't want to slow down and stop, and at this point we're just figuring, okay, well, I can still see the road ahead of us, let's just keep going. This is a very minor road. We shouldn't have been on the road in the first place, but the sign that declared the road closed was buried in snow. The road was covered with just unbroken snow, and we were making the tracks now.
Where the hell are we? This map makes no sense. This is weird. It's totally deserted. Wait, you know what? I think we took a wrong turn back there. Jim, stop! Jim, we're in about 2 feet of snow! Jim, stop! You're making it worse! Jim, stop! Jim, stop! Stop! It's okay.
Right there was when fear hit me, like, oh, God, wow, that's a lot of snow. That's pretty deep.
It took a while to really figure out what really had just happened.
I can't believe this.
What is this stupid road anyway?
We were a little concerned, but people get stuck in the snow all the time, and it's not that much of an issue because there are other people around to help.
Whoa. We are going nowhere tonight.
So we decided to just wait it out and hope for somebody to come along and help us.
Look, honey, we still got plenty of time to get to Idaho. If we don't freeze to death first.
It's not the end of the world. We'll flag somebody down tomorrow and go get us a tow truck or something.
Jim, Jennifer, and Clay spend an uneasy night in the truck. They have no idea they've driven off the Nevada backroads into the middle of a 5,000-acre wilderness.
Oh, God.
Holy shit. What is this place? There's nothing.
What have we done?
When we saw how desolate the area was, it occurred to us that that road probably wasn't very well used. And I guess there was a little bit of anger at first,
Gravel!
because it looked main enough to us at the time.
This isn't even a paved road. How could we be so stupid?
We didn't know really where we were.
Look.
But the last town we had passed through was well over 50 miles.
The only place we can be is here. We must have left the 299 right about here.
Can we look? Wildlife refuge. God, it's huge. How are we gonna get out of here? We'll never get those too tight, crappy chains back on without tools.
To make us feel like we were doing something to help the situation, we decided to try to dig the truck out. So pretty much all day long, that's what we did.
The wind was blowing. The snow was really dry, so as fast as we could shovel it out with our hands and cups, the wind was blowing it right back in our way.
There was so much snow underneath the truck, in front of it, behind it. We really couldn't get it moved at all. This wasn't the answer. This isn't how we're going to get out of this. But we were still kind of hopeful that somebody would notice this truck in this location or drive by, or if a plane flew overhead or something. We decided to stay with the truck. We spent time getting cozy, using clothing and towels and whatever we could find to plug up any areas where cool air was getting in. Every now and then we would turn the truck on and get the heat going and listen on the radio for any news of a search for us, but we never heard anything.
F for fries.
Fries. Oh. No.
Just decided to kill the time by playing hangman and 20 questions.
M.
No.
Oh, man.
The food issue was always right there.
C for chocolate.
Oh, God, chocolate.
Hunger wasn't quite as bad as being as thirsty as we were.
Okay.
Surviving on very dry snow.
D.
A D. No. You are dead.
Man.
Ow.
My stepson has no reason to go AWOL. He was granted leave, and he has to be at a funeral.
We were getting very concerned. We then started calling the highway patrols, and they said it's a New Year's weekend, and they had more important things that they were concerned about at that time with the road conditions the way they were than looking for a possible missing person.
Okay, but how long does it take before someone is listed as a missing person?
We were really worried, but they just couldn't help us in any way.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for your help, except you haven't been any.
Kevin really wanted to leave, but we still had the funeral to go to.
Clayton was breastfeeding still, and we were just introducing solids into his diet. The little bits of baby food that we had left, we tried to ration to him in conjunction with breastfeeding as best we could.
You want some fruitcake? You should eat, you know.
We should have brought some real food.
We had crumbs of this bag of chips and a fruitcake, which Jennifer didn't eat. She didn't like it and didn't want it. So I ate that, and that was all we had as far as food goes.
We left my sister's house, left a note on the door for Jim and Jennifer just in case they would show up, to give them directions on where the church was and hoping that they would make it there. And we had to go to the funeral. Kevin and I had already packed our things the night before because Kevin needed to get back to the Bay Area.
I'm so sorry to rush off, Jean, but we have to get home tonight. Kevin's gonna get some of his TV buddies to help us find them.
Hey, everything's under control here.
So we headed back to California. Kevin had contacts there because of his background in cable television, and he knew if we didn't get the media involved, it would be just another missing person that no one ever knew about again.
We should see sunny spells all across western Nevada.
We knew that it's been days now and nobody's come, and we knew we were going to have to do something. And we had heard on the radio that the weather was supposed to clear up and get better on Saturday.
Listen, I've been thinking.
Nobody's coming, are they?
It's a sea kayaking mecca. But every year, these waters claim the life of at least one sea kayaker.
It's 3:45, folks, the end of a beautiful November day. But winter is on its way, so plan your weekend accordingly.
The sea kayaking season is over, but endurance athlete Saul wants to conquer the San Juans.
Hey, Larry, it's Saul. Where are you, man? Get here.
Saul and his track teammate from college, Larry Kaiser, are regular weekend warriors, but they've never kayaked together before.
Plan is to hit Strawberry Island, and after that hit Doe Bay, a 60s resort. It's got 2 hot tubs, 1 cold tub, clothing optional, which generally speaking means nobody wears a stitch.
The goal was to head there and take her clothes off and hit on women, basically. I mean, that was the goal.
You're late, Larry. You're late, Larry. 4 hours.
4?
4 hours.
I'm sorry, Saul. I just got stuck in that damn Seattle traffic.
So you gonna be up for this?
Yeah, I'm up for this. Fat tourist like you can do this sport. I don't see what the problem's gonna be.
I'm up for any kind of challenge like that, any kind of physical challenge, especially if Saul throws that at me. If he can do it, I can do it. And not only if he can do it, I can do it, but I can do it better.
Yeah, competitive would probably be a defining and describing characteristic. We tended to compete in almost anything.
Chop, chop, Larry.
It's that kind of relationship that kind of got us in trouble here in this situation.
Hurry up, you slug. Get down here.
Because Larry is late, they set out at night, something that even the most experienced kayaker wouldn't do, especially in winter.
Women friends of mine would call it, we had a severe case of testosterone poisoning. And, the brain quits working because you just want to go.
Slide you out. You hit the water, put your weight on the paddle, okay? I'm gonna kick your butt, you know that. Put your weight on the paddle.
It was unnerving setting out at night. People die every year kayaking in the San Juans. But that danger is exciting. It's a thrill. I'm thinking I'm invincible.
We have a winner!
Larry and Saul are paddling off the coast of America's Washington state into the heart of the 176 islands that make up the San Juans. They're crossing a notoriously dangerous stretch of water, the Rosario Strait, on the way to their first destination, Strawberry Island. They need to cross quickly. Soon the tide will turn, making it virtually impossible to land on the far side.
I keep going to the left, huh?
I keep going to the left.
Yeah, well, adjust your rudder.
The rudder?
Yeah, with your foot pedals, you know?
Foot pedals?
What are your feet touching?
Nothing.
Nothing, are you sure?
Yeah, I said nothing. Well, actually, if I stretch out my left
Larry,
foot...
heck, did you even adjust the foot pedals? Everybody adjusts their foot pedals before setting off.
Yeah, I did. They just must have come loose or something.
I'm just kind of trying to fake it. And that's the first time I'd set my ass in a kayak. I'd never been in one before.
It started to dawn on me that Larry is faking the expertise on the kayaking. That's when I started to figure, okay, we've gone from a trip to an adventure.
Looking back, I'm thinking, what the hell was I doing? What was I thinking? What sane and reasonable person would cut across a channel at night the first time in a boat?
So not only were we doing my first winter trip, we were doing a nighttime crossing, and we were enduring a storm. So anybody that would have known us would have known, that was really stupid.
Eventually, Larry and Saul reach Strawberry Island, but they're late. The only landing spot is a sandy beach surrounded by dangerous rocks. Now, in the darkness, they face the ferocious tidal currents swirling around the island, giving the area its nickname, the Witch's Cauldron.
We're here. Witch's Cauldron. What? Strawberry Island is dead ahead. Where? Up ahead. Can you hear it?
Saul, all I hear is thrashing waves.
Waves are smashing and crashing on the rocks up there. The wind is picking up. It's hard to hear. And it's just looking pretty nasty up there, too. And I'm just thinking, well, this doesn't look fun.
This is the plan. There is only one beach on this island, only one slot in between the rocks. We can't miss that slot. I'll paddle in first. When I land on the beach, I'll wave my flashlight. That's your signal.
We're gonna land on that.
Aim for the flashlight and paddle hard. You got it? Larry, you got it!
Yeah, aim for the flashlight.
This was pushing my enjoyment factor. We were starting to get outside the area I enjoy. I knew that I needed to hit that beach just right or life was going to truly get miserable.
I can see big, jagged rocks that don't look good to land on. It's just really hairy out there.
The flashlight I have, it's just not that bright. I see the rocks in front of me, and all I'm thinking is, oh, shoot.
What? Wait!
I hear him yelling. I can't tell what he's doing. I'm just like, what? What? What are you saying? I can't hear what you're saying.
Do not come in!
Larry sees my headlamp kind of waving around a little bit, and so he's figuring I must be waving him in.
Larry!
I could see him coming in. He's aiming for the flashlight, just like I told him to, and that flashlight's on my head.
Smashing our boats on top of us and on top of the rocks. Very scary situation. Totally caught us off guard. It just happened in a split second.
You okay? What the hell was that? You tell me that! We crashed! We crashed! Get me the hell out of here! They gotta reach those boats. You really need the boat. Yes! We need them! Or we're dead! We just get the hell out of here. You don't get it, do you? We're not gonna get out of here! If we don't get there! Get out of here later, man! Get out of here!
I'm realizing we're definitely in a survival situation here, and we got to get our stuff up here. We got 4 days worth of food on the boats. Got enough fresh water for maybe 2 or 3 days. Without it, we're screwed.
I thought you said there was a beach here. Yeah, well, I lost the beach. Saul, how do you lose a beach? I misjudged it, okay? I got you.
Just hours into their sea kayaking adventure, Larry and Saul have shipwrecked on a deserted island.
I'm looking forward to getting warm. We could have been killed, but we weren't.
As much as Saul and I both seek out these fun, dangerous, athletic situations, we don't have a death wish. Basically, at this point, I take my dry bag out, and my dry bag is no longer a dry bag. My dry bag is a soaked bag. All my stuff is soaked at this point. Everything.
Larry, what happened? All my stuff is wet. Well, obviously. Did you even seal this properly? This is broken. No, it's not broken. You didn't seal it properly. What the hell is all this? This is all cotton. How could you ever think for a winter trip packing all cotton?
At that point, he was probably a little angry, and for probably good reason. My sleeping bag, all my clothes, all the gear I had, it's all just drenched. His stuff was fine.
Get into this. This is your bed. I have dry clothes. I can sleep in them.
Saul knows that in the cold and the wet, Larry's cotton clothes and his sleeping bag will take days to dry.
By that point, I truly realized that my assumptions weren't correct on his level of preparedness. I'm the guide on this trip, and Larry was going to more or less along for the trip. If I got in trouble, he wasn't going to be able to help me because we were so far out of his element. And then I'd snuggle up against the outside of his sleeping bag. Guys, especially in your 20s, you're going to go damn near hypothermic before you'll cuddle up with another guy.
He kept trying to nuzzle up to me. He was cold, and I'd get away, Saul. You know, what are you doing? You know, just keep... Throughout the night, he kept getting closer and closer, and I kept going farther and farther over this edge of the tent. I like Saul, but I don't like him that much.
Larry, I am cold. You move one more time, I'm climbing in there with your naked butt. Got it?
Larry and Saul's adventure was supposed to last 9 days, but the weather is getting worse and Larry's gear isn't drying. So Saul makes a decision.
I've rapidly realized the trip I planned isn't within our reach. Not for the two of us together. It's not going to work. It just wouldn't be a prudent thing to do.
I just wanted to tell myself, you know, we still have time to have some fun and get this out of our system and use this as a small setback and just keep going.
So we're still going to Doe Bay then? The trip is over. Your stuff won't dry. One of us will end up hypothermic.
So the crash last night was totally my fault, had nothing to do with you.
Larry, man, we're bagging it.
I agree. Hey, do I get a say in this? Because I agree with you.
Start to pack your stuff up. We're leaving.
The trip is screwed at this point. But he's the boss. He's the leader. Saul is the expedition leader. That's how he always is. He likes being in charge.
Did you seal your dry bag?
Yes, I did, Daddy.
Okay. Boats in water. Hey, Saul. I really think I gotta take a number 2. Yeah, there's a tide window. I'm not missing it.
The Nazi drill instructor was probably more what I'd become.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 4 options, Larry. 4?
I don't think I can count that high.
Quit joking. Either you listen to me or you're on your own.
Ooh.
This is Strawberry Island now. This is Washington Park and our trucks. And this is the Rosario Strait between us and home. Option 1. This island back here has a cabin. We knock on their door, ask for help. Option 2. We continue further to Orcas Island here. We stash the boats and take the ferry home. I'll get the boats another day. 3. This is the toughest option. We paddle back the way we came, 3 miles across the Rosario Strait. Now,
I can do any of those, so you tell me which one you want to do.
You don't tell somebody you've competed with all your life in a variety of sports that I can do any of these. Which one do you want to do?
I can do any of those too, so...
What's he going to pick? He's going to pick the toughest one. You just told him which one was the toughest, and then he picked it.
Let's paddle back. You sure? Yeah, man, paddle back. Bring it on.
That was really stupid.
What won out in the very end is the same thing that got us in trouble here. It's the same thing that's got us in trouble in other times. It's our competitive nature. If he can paddle across the channel, I can paddle across the channel. I can swim across it. I can cycle 150 miles if I want to. I can run a marathon. I don't care. He's the same way. But when we get us together, maybe we don't make the best decisions as a team.
Larry and Saul are paddling into the jaws of an oncoming storm. Soon they will face 70-mile-an-hour gusts and a huge storm swell rolling in from the ocean.
Let me do you, man. Looks pretty ugly. Yeah. Sure you're gonna be up for this? Yeah, I'm up for this. Are you up for this? We got 40 to 45 minutes to make this crossing before the current gets too strong.
Yeah, I know. Paddle hard. I'm not an idiot.
The conditions now are dangerous. But if they don't move quickly, Larry and Saul will face far worse. In less than an hour, the tide will turn and all the water in the channel will surge out to sea, taking them with it.
Rosario Strait is 20 miles wide of water, with the water cranking through there at a peak faster than any of the rivers that we bother to measure, you know, the Mississippi, the Amazon, the Nile, any of those. So you just imagine the biggest river you've ever seen in your life and multiply it by 5 or 6 or 7.
Hey, Saul! Hey, I'm taking on water here.
There is a technique for paddling into waves that stops them splashing into the boat.
Saul!
But Larry doesn't know it.
Hey, I'm still taking on water here.